Hey guys, Angel here with the Bullish Bears team. I am making the watch list video for Monday, the 25th of February, and it feels like I've been gone for a while because I had last week off and then I still have that stupid cough that's not going away. So it's hard for me to talk for an extended period of time without just like losing it and coughing my brains out. So I might have to pause this video a few times, although you guys won't really know that, I don't think. So let's get started with the watch list. I have the futures pulled up and you can see it's inside of an ascending triangle. It broke through all these resistance levels of the EMAs and it's nearing the top of this ascending triangle. So if it can break out of that, it's got some room to go back up to its all-time highs. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that and how the market keeps going. So let's take a look at ACHV. And that's going to be a no just because it rejected off this 200 and closed right below it. So I'm not going to put that one on. So we'll take a look at AKBA. Okay, so this one, it closed near its high, so it held its highs for the day. Sort of a double bottom-ish pattern. It does have room up to this 200 SMA. You could also see some resistance around like $7.58. Let's take a look at the hourly, see what the hourly is showing us. So it's bull flagging on the hourly, and I like that. So I'm gonna put that on the watch list. Let's see. Hate when it changes it to below by itself. That's really annoying. So it's double bottomish on daily, bull flag on hourly. Watch for resistance around 200 SMA on daily. Alright, so that is AKBA. We'll look at AMRN. Alright, so that had resistance. It tried breaking it. It couldn't hold it. And so it closed like right underneath or right at resistance. Right now, after hours, it's broken it again. Let's take a look at the hourly. See what the hourly is showing. So you can see almost like a bull flag, bull pennant. And it's got resistance at 2050. Because you know $1.50 are psychological resistance. And then it's got room to go. So I kind of like it. So let me put that back on. Or put that on. Oh. Bull flagging on hourly. Watch for resistance around 20.50 and $21. Because as you know, $1.50 are psychological support and resistance. So let's take a look at APPS. Oh, it's going to be really slow. Okay, so my internet disconnected and I just had to go re-put my password back in. That was weird. Okay, so this, you can see a cup and handle on the 5-minute. You can see this big cup on the daily. However, there's no resistance levels on there, so we would have to go pull up the weekly. And you can see the cup on the weekly as well, with resistance around 420. Let's take a look at the hourly, see what the hourly is doing. Not a huge fan of the hourly chart. It's just sort of there. It's like kind of bull flagging. But I do like the cup on all the other time frames. So cup on daily and 5-minute. Watch for resistance around 420. Okay, so that is APPS. Let's take a look at AQMS. Okay. So this looks like a pump and dump. You can just tell by all the wicks and stuff on all the candles. Does have resistance around 306, so that's not very much room to run, so I wouldn't put that on. So I like giving you guys stocks that have profit potential. So this is like a bullish piercing-ish pattern because it has engulfed the candle by at least, the previous day's candle by at least half. If you take our candlesticks course, then you would know what a bullish piercing pattern is. Let's see. It'll have resistance around like 350 and 375. Let's look at the hourly, see what the hourly is showing us. You can see like a cup handle and it looks like it's starting to break out. So I will put that on there. Cup and handle-ish on hourly. Watch for resistance around 350 and 375. And that is AVP. Let's take a look at AXAS. I don't know how I feel about this one. So it's like a V bottom, but you see this like tweezer top pattern here. So I think it's going to move down at the open on Monday just based on the tweezer top, so I wouldn't put that on. AXGT, not put that on. Let's take a look at BE. Alright, so BE. Sort of this double bottom. It's got resistance at around 1730. Oh, I have. Let's take a look at the hourly. See what the hourly shows us. Oh, look at that. It's a beautiful bull flag on the hourly. It's really pretty. I'm going to put that on and remind myself where I said resistance was. Okay, around 1740-ish. Okay. Double bottom on daily, bull flag on hourly. Watch for resistance around 1730, I think I said. Oh, 1740, but that's a lot of room, so no matter what, you guys have room. BILI. I'm going to skip it just because it's so close to 1950, and that's a really strong resistance level. And I'm not sure how I feel about all these stocks, like closing. So you can see this is sort of like an inverse head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Let's take a look at the hourly. So this 1130 is going to be a really strong resistance level. It's overextended, so I'm not going to put that one on right now. That'd be one to possibly watch to see what direction it picks on Monday. Let's take a look. That was CBAY. So let's take a look at CIFS. Nope. You can't even see any candlesticks. CLSH. Okay, so this is interesting. It's been oversold. It reversed on Friday. It has resistance at the 50, and that's not very much room though. However, you can see it bull flagged. Looks like it's breaking out. It closed at its high. Not a huge fan of this 5-minute chart though. And that's why I would not put that on, just because it barely had volume all day. And you need volume to trade. Okay, so this, it's resistance at 150, so I wouldn't put that on. That was CRVS. So let's take a look at GNMK. And I'm going to already say no to that. That is a shooting star, which is a bearish reversal. And you can see that it just went down all day. Okay, so let's take a look at HBM. Let's look at the hourly. So bull flag started to break out again. Does have resistance around $7. Let's look at the daily. Okay, so if it can break $7, it's got room to around 1720 and then 1760. So let's see. Whoa. Did not mean to do that. Bull flagging on hourly. If price can break $7, watch for resistance around 720 and 760. That is HBM. Let's take a look at HYRE. I'm going to say no just because it closed at that 499. Doesn't have a ton of room to run, so we'll look at IGCC, and that is going to be a no for me. If you had caught that on Friday, you could have made yourself a nice bit of profit, but I don't like anything about that chart, so I'm not going to put that on. IGLD. Look at that big FU pattern on there, and it just, nope. Rejected off resistance. Turned into a shooting star. So let's take a look at INFN. That's also going to be a no for me, just because it rejected the rest of the day. Just tanked. INSY. You can see that double bottom. It's moving up. Did hold its highs. Not a huge fan of this right here. Not a big fan of that. But But it did close at its high, so it's holding its high. It's got room to move to that 200. And let's take a look at the hourly. So it's just riding the 9 on the hourly, and it's like a little stair step up. I think I like it. Except we've already got 6, so I'm just going to keep going and seeing if there's anything else, and then I can come back to that because we typically do about 7. So this one, the only reason why I wouldn't put it on, it's so close to that 200, so you only have about 7 cents profit for MARA. Let's take a look at MAXR. Nope. Right between support and resistance. MNKD. So it does have a gap to fill. It's filling the gap. Top of the gap is right at this, around this 200 SMA, which is not that far away. So I'm not going to put that one on there. MNTA. Nope. That's like a shooting star pattern. MRNS. Okay, so this one, you can see it's sort of just like bull flagged, a little bit messy. Went up, held its highs. It's got resistance around 465, 470, but it also has room to run up to this 200 SMA. Let's take a look at the hourly. This can sort of be a cup or like a bull flag-ish pattern. Let's see, what did I say that was? Around 470. Okay, so this will be my last stock for watch list for Monday. Bull flaggish on daily. Watch for resistance around 460 and 200 SMA. All right, so that is MRNS. So let's take a look at the swing trade watch list, and I'm just going to take a look at like the larger cap stocks just so I don't take forever looking for something. Not a big fan of this chart. Sort of a double bottom. You could also kind of see a cup and a handle with resistance around 217.22. Let's see how other traders are feeling. There's not, there is open interest. There's more open interest on the call side. That's for March 15th. Let's go March 8th. Let's look for. So there's a little bit more open interest on the call side. It has a lot of volume for the 215 strike price. Let's take a look at the hourly. See what the hourly is showing? I don't like the hourly. It's just like in a range. So I'm not going to put that one on. That was MMM, by the way. Let's take a look at AXP. Sort of like a V bottom, but not a big fan of these like teeny tiny candles. Let's take a look at INTC. No, I don't like that candlestick, so let's take a look at BA. I don't like that it's at its highs right now. Let's take a look. Nope. all-time high on the weekly, all-time high on the monthly. So that's going to be a no for me right now just because it doesn't have any resistance. You don't know where it could go at this point in time. It could continue to go up or it could just go down. Not a big fan of that. So that's going to be a no from me for CAT. Let's take a look at CVX. Also not a big fan of these candles. So CSCO, I had this one on the swing trade watch list last week and it hit new highs. So it still has room to run to this 55.60. Was it 55? Yeah, or 55, around $56. Let's just see. It has a ton of volume and open interest, so I like that this is continuing. Let's take a look at the hourly. And it's just riding the 9. It's sort of a bull flag on the hourly. Not overextended on the hourly. It's only a tiny bit overextended on the daily. But I like that it has about $6 to move still. So, bull flaggish on hourly. Watch for resistance around $56. And if you bought it and you're still in it, then you have an even better entry from last week. KO. So this could be a bearish harami, which means it's going to keep going down to not that far though, that 44.88 and then 44.27 and then down to around like 41. Let's take a look and just see what the spreads look like. So it's got a lot of open interest on both sides, calls and puts. So I don't know how I feel about that. But I like the bullish harami, or the bearish harami on the daily. Not a big fan of where it's trading with the moving averages on the hourly though. But it is in a descending triangle. So you can see that base. And then, so it is in a descending triangle on the hourly. I think I would want it to break out of this 44.85 because then it's got room down to $41. But I like even a bit of a descending triangle on the daily. But I like that bearish harami. So, bearish harami on daily. Descending triangle on hourly. Watch for support around $41. That one's going to be a below, so that is KO. And that is going to be our watch lists for Monday. So if you guys aren't a member, just head over to bullishbears.com, which I can pull that up, real quick, and become a member because it's a great deal. And look at this, you can get 15% off for life for the next 7 hours. So you can just head over here to subscribe, and the best deal is the deluxe, which is the most popular because you get access to a lot more, including the next level training library, and you save over 50%. So it's like for less than $1 a day, you get access to all this stuff. And if you're truly, truly serious about learning the stock market and trading the stock market, then it's a great deal, which I highly recommend because, as I've said many times before, this is how I learned to trade the stock market through the bullish bears, and I am a living testimonial that it works. So good luck with trading, and we'll see y'all next week.